There you go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Enfora. This is a pre-recorded video for just in case of an emergency. We're unable to do any type of video like for our usual stream, but this will be broadcasted to you when the next time we can't make it or we just want to make it to fit with the timeline. I am your host, Ace, or also the DM that needs no introduction, and may my two wonderful players please introduce themselves.
You want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I am a nerd, gamer, many voice actor, and I'm here to play Nathan Stryker finally again.
Well, hello everyone. I am JJ. I play Switchback, which is a weird sentence to say because I haven't said it in a hot minute. But yeah, I'm so happy to be playing Switch and be back as them. Because I've missed my baby. I missed my
your
baby.
babies. I missed your babies. So yes, this is gonna be for those of you that have been watching Enfora beforehand. This is the two members of the party that were presumably within the city still, while everyone else is within the Badlands. And if you haven't checked out that video of them all being in the Badlands and talking about it, make sure that you go and dabble back there if this isn't posted right after this week. Anyways, are my players ready?
Yes and no.
Well, I will do
Yes
the
and no.
recap. I will do the recap then. We left off with our two characters stranded away from the party. One who agreed to work for the BBEG, and another who didn't want to be in any more trouble than what they had already thought. Though the bone chilling of the night had become prominent, that something was beyond off about everything. But the deed was already done. The original party had gone their separate ways. The connection of the group was broken. One whose life was spiraling, like the aircrafts once flown that fateful night. One who smuggled her way into the top of the districts. One whose mind was weaved like the fabrics of time. One whose past would catch up to them, and one who seeked answers. The connection of the group was broken, each reverting to its own nature, with brokenness revolting into chaos, but the echoes of them could still be heard throughout each district. Through this event, much was lost because of what had happened the previous day. The loss of a loved one, the falling of a party member, and hopefully the conversion of what possibly would be still the goodness within the hearts of those. Having said that, though, our two characters were able to meet, one meeting its maker, while the other one was able to meet an old-time friend who wanted to catch up with breakfast the next day. Victor had wanted to catch up with breakfast with Switch and Nathan. Switch was requested to head later that day to meet with Jaden, and Nathan could follow but could not be in the room when the conversation between the two would happen, but could stay outside with Victor. And we are still within that, and also a little love kind of kindled through. Having said that, y'all are still within the terms of the Rising Dawn, still talking. You guys have a choice to keep talking to Victor about anything you might have questions with, or some things that you can do before heading to Orbis would be to go to the park that's nearby, or you could go to your hotel rooms or anything else like that, or even go to the museum, since those are the things that are the closest. So, what would you guys like to do?
I forgot that last time I hugged Victor, he felt colder than normal. I don't like that.
Also, forgive
I
me,
feel like-
everybody. I have a cough. It's pre-COVID, so we're
yeah,
all that jazz.
and, I feel like we would still like chat with Victor just to make sure like that everything's okay in the moment since we're still at the Rising Dawn.
Yeah.
You guys are enjoying your food, right? It's also on me, by the way. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm enjoying mine very much. Thank you.
Which is kind of eyeing Victor a little oddly, considering it was kind of odd that he felt colder than normal. but doesn't really say anything as they eat. They just kind of keep quiet.
Oh, forgive my laptop. It's acting stupid. He goes and he kind of looks at you and he's like, "You okay, kid?"
Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's been a crazy 24 hours. I mean, technically 48, but yeah. But I will see you guys hopefully in an hour and a half. Is there anything you want to talk about here? We can talk about this, or I can meet you guys there. You guys can make insight checks if you want to on him or his like sense motive or anything else like that.
yes, I do. I so want to. Dad, why are you like this?
Dad, why are you weird?
Why are you
Why are you
being
being
weird, Dad?
Victor, you're supposed to be in the Rising Dawn. Oh, Switch. He told me that the life of my I can't be copyrighted.
It was for sense motive. It's 18 for me.
Okay, you can tell that he's being genuine about it, but at the same time, it feels off that he's still talking. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's just something you don't know. It's like itching in the back of your head. You don't really know.
Yeah. They'll kind of like reach over and like take Victor's hand across the table, and kind of do it where it's like off, like kind of like not like really on the hand, but kind of like more here, just kind of like like kind of like just to like
kind of like you're like checking, making sure you're like, are you
yeah,
sure
just to
you're
like subtly check the pulse to see if he has a pulse.
From what you can tell, it feels like he's wearing like a lot of padded like underneath, as if it's like emergency like armor because he doesn't want to get shot. Because let's be real,
Fair. That's completely fair.
So like think of it kind of like a Lon Johns type of thing where it's like up to like the padded and going through and stuff. You would know naturally that there is a absorbent fabric that you can get that kind of works like a bulletproof vest, but only works for like 2 like shots, and then after that doesn't work.
Is the padding that he's like the extra padding that he's wearing, is that like what I know that's like normal, like his normal padding?
Yes,
like,
it would be like a normal padding because like you're
Okay.
able to feel like a bicep and stuff like that for going. Because I'm assuming that you're kind of like holding it kind of like this, or you're holding it like this,
it's kind of more
or
like
this.
thing, so where I could like
Yeah.
subtly like.
So
put
you
my
would feel
fingers-
just about the padding on it, so it's a little hard to make out a pulse. But other than that, you're still like, okay, he's wearing his protective armor. It's like, you sure you're okay, kid? You're kind of freaking me out a little bit. No offense.
And none taken. It's just it's been, like you said, a hard few days. So I'm just making sure you're okay.
I'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Trust me. If anything, it's kind of an honor to be up here. I do miss everyone else though, and I do hope to see that oh, what's his name? Oh, Volt. I'll be happy to see him again. Hopefully, whatever happens, but I don't know.
Yeah, at the mention of Bolt, they pull their hand away and they just kind of look a little saddened at the mention of like their sort of adoptive brother. Not quite, but just kind of like pull their hand away and just kind of like cross their arms and just sit back in the booth.
Well, then, anyways, you guys can stay here longer. I'm gonna go and pay, but I will see you guys at Orbis. And he looks at Nathan, I almost said Gil, and says,
"It's okay.
I will meet you both, but no funny business." And he heads off.
Okay.
Detective Dad.
With that mode.
Dad.
Father. Because we don't call Victor Daddy.
Nope.
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 We call him Dad.
Call him Dad.
Call him Dad.
Call him Dad or Baba. One of the two.
Baba.
What are the
Baba
two?
Booey.
Yeah, because Baba's father in Russian, so
There you go.
I
All right,
believe
so
from what
what
I've
would
learned.
you two like to do?
Oh,
There's some choices that you can do. Or
yep, I was just gonna do a little role play. It's like, are you sure you're all right? And I know, like we've been talking. It's been a couple 48 hours, but like, are you completely sure you're all right?
That's kind of a loaded question. I don't know. I missed the group. I feel like an asshole for leaving, but I had to. And then I don't know. Something just didn't seem right with him, with Victor.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't.
And the way he looked at me was just like, yeah, just yeah.
Are you okay? You seem. I don't want to say fine, but you don't seem normal, I guess.
My maker taught to me after I left. He knew where we were, and I believe he got a close eye on you. Oh, sorry.
oh, you're muted.
Oh, you're
Lisa.
still muted.
All right, that's okay. He knows. So while this is going on, I forgot to mention that even though this is a pre-recording, the show is still sponsored by Geeky Clean. If you guys are able to, we are going to be still working with them with our promo code for ANI Pod, and you're able to get 10% off your next purchase if you use that. And the more that we use that promo code, the more that you get to save eventually, because it will rack up. It's actually super cool. You can find their products for dice, bath bombs, and other really geeky cleany stuff at geekyclean.com. Thank you again, Geeky Clean, for sponsoring. All right. We are still waiting for Descendants, but it's okay.
Yeah.
As this is going on, Switch, what is going through your head?
I would say they Switch are kind of just kind of like dissociate in the middle of like Nathan talking to them. Like they were intentionally listening at one point, but the thought of Victor being odd is still nagging at them, so they're just kind of like thinking over that, and then eventually their mind drifts to Bolt, and if he's okay, and if the group is okay, but they don't reach out to them. But they'll just.
I'll say this, that you naturally remember that if they are going anywhere, that the only two people that you can kind of contact is either Volt or Copper. So those are the only two people that you can contact.
Yeah, they'll kind of pull out their phone and look at the last message that Volt had sent to them. And they just kind of read that last text. Just don't forget to get rid of don't get rid of your Rumble Plumber Pros account, and kind of like look at that message and just think for a minute.
Nice. And I'm back. Sorry.
pocket the phone.
Because you're talking about your maker and everything else like that.
Yeah.
I'm just you know what? We'll save that for another day. Right now we should focus on what we need to do. And
So something that you guys can do is you guys can go to the park that's right nearby, or you could go to the museum, or you guys can go to one of the hotels and stuff to check out the damage if you wanted to go back to a triggering place.
Oh Oh God, the hotel the hotel that we were
Yeah,
at.
because that's where the mall is and everything else like that.
God, not that place. That place. Oh, okay.
The moment I'm just thinking about it, he's like, you know what? Do you want to go on a date? Like after this whole thing that we're doing is done. Do you want to go out? Because we're still living in the city. It's been a lot of weird things. I feel like we should like get some time. Just get away from everything. Just enjoy our time. While we're here. I know this is all sudden and that it just blurred out. I mean,
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I've never really been on a date before with anyone really. So I'd like to. I just I don't know what to do on that.
We'll figure it out as we go. If we see something while we're like sightseeing, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mito just like completely awkwardly just come back to finishing his food.
Yeah. Just awkward drinking the cup of coffee they were drinking.
Just gonna go for a.
She's kind of like that. All right, awkward tension. Okay.
As this awkward tension is going on, you can hear the door open to the rising dawn a little bit, and off in the far distance outside, you're able to hear what sounds like to be just a and like scattered like trash. Just got like the sound of trash cans dropping, as if there's a cat in the alley.
That was a weird noise.
I feel like they just like get up and kind of like not sure really what to do because it's like really awkward still. They kind of like just kind of like like not trying to be mean, but it might come across as mean. Just gets up and goes towards that sound. Not sure how to handle the fact that they were just asked on a date. And
I can kind of see that being that.
And so at this time, you guys have an hour before you need to meet up with Jaden.
Right. And like in the moment when JJ's gone, no, switch.
Wait, I'm in this game now. Oh no.
The moment that switch is gone, he's like, you really had to blur that out. Okay. And he gets up and goes check the noise as well.
Okay. So as you guys go, are you checking on the sound? I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just see what looks like to be just a pile of trash all over this, as if a cat was just fooling around and leaving. A good way for you to escape the awkward tension.
Yep. And it's like in this little, I imagine it's like in a little alleyway, right?
Yeah. And hey, you can make a perception check if you want to.
I don't like that, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I guess I'll do it too.
Let's roll natural 20.
Okay. You look around, and as you go, you kind of look on the ground and you see what looks like to be a circuit board that's just vibing around in the trash. Like it still's got wires that's not connected, but they're at least just hanging out. And it looks like just like a piece of technology that was just thrown out.
And the Switch isn't the best with tech, but could I tell if it's in good condition?
Oh, you can tell obviously it is in crappy condition, like cracked screen. You can see that there's like a little screen on it too. It's a little bloody as well.
Oh.
On the sides of it.
Oh God.
I'll look around and see if there's like something I could grab it, seeing it's all trash. They'll just pull their hand into their sleeve and just kind of like pick it up like this with the sleeve of their jacket so they're not touching the bloody circuit board.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, it kind of
What?
looks like I don't want to sound like age myself, but it sounds like an old like the top part of a Nintendo DS.
Oh, you're making me feel
Oh.
old. I had one.
Oh God!
Oh.
Why? Why?
Hey, at least I didn't say a Game Boy Color.
True.
That's like Root District.
Game Boys in the Root District. Yep, canon.
Cannon.
Can I see like? I'm not the best at tech, but can I try to like figure out
If it can turn on or anything.
like who the owner of this was?
Okay.
If it was from somebody or if it
Yeah.
belonged to somebody?
You can make. I'll say you can make a perception check with it as well.
Oh yeah, perception.
I'd say at this point Nathan would also be coming up, like catching up.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, what is that?
17.
17. You kind of fiddle around with it a little bit, and then like you turn on the back and you see that there's a little etched mark in it that says Lil, L-I-L.
Lil.
It belongs to Lil.
Yes.
Just kind of like look at it, and they almost toss it away because they're like, "This is useless. I'm not a tech person." But I imagine they hear Nathan coming, and they're just like, "Do you know this person?" They just spin right around. Do you know this person? Sorry. Do you know this name? And then they'll hold out the bloody circuit board.
Would Nathan know a little?
No.
Okay.
You could roll for a history check to see if you might know something.
I'm gonna roll and so I can get a roll the history check. 16. I rolled a 10.
Against it to see. I'm gonna roll against it to see if you would remember. Oh gosh, I wish I didn't roll that 20 before we recorded. I rolled a 4. So yeah, I don't know why. I just like doing competitive rolls to be like, oh, I can give you this information. It's fine. But when it comes to it, you don't really remember off the top of your head, but the device itself, like the circuit board, for some reason feels very like you kind of know what it is, but you kind of don't in a way. You can't put your finger on it. You're twitching a little bit about it. You don't remember it, but for some reason it kind of makes you feel sick to your stomach.
Nathan just takes it, just without just takes it out of Switch's hand. Just feel like, let's hold on to this, and if something comes along, we'll investigate it more. Puts it inside his jacket.
Seeing that, like Nate just like fully grabs it with blood on it, Switch is like, okay, I'll let you hold on to that. You know more about tech and tech things than I do, so
okay.
You're the tech guy.
Yeah.
They're like,
tech.
they're just like, what? Why? Like in full view of Nate, like not even like going around the corner. It's like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just like,
That's a feeling, honestly. Just it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep this. Like sneaky stealthy, just like I'm gonna do that. Yeah. How long do we have to do before the meeting? How much
You
time
guys have like 45 minutes, so if you wanted to do something, you could either head straight to Orbis, or you guys are close enough to the park that you guys could just walk around the park.
and we're meeting
Let's go.
at Orbis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go to the park. Let's go on go to the park. And Nathan starts to just walk towards the park.
So yeah, Switch gonna hang back a little bit just to like kind of compose themselves so they're not like a flustered mess. Just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Stop it. Let's go. And then they'll like follow after Nate. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you guys are walking around in the park and stuff, it's a lovely view. This is near more of the calmer parts of the city. If you guys wanted to, there are for context for viewers, we are in the Green District. So if you want to know the distance of how far this party is from the main party, they're about, I want to say, let's see, Green, Sacral, Root, that lands a 4.
Yeah.
About 4 districts down.
Yeah.
So as you guys are walking through, you guys are able to see the palm trees where if you wanted to, you can get some of that sap healing. So then you can have fire protection.
I still have some of that, I believe.
I don't have any of that.
I think
It's a natural source so that if anyone was feeling bad or anything, if you were a homeless person and you were badly injured and you couldn't make it to like an ER or anything else like that, it's like a local like checkpoints. It's like those checkpoints in video games where you can walk into a circle and save.
it's a safe point.
They're known as saving grace trees.
Yeah.
And they're naturally known for saving you through fire damage if you were to take fire damage because it's like an aloe.
Yes, I have some of this. Yes, I forgot because Volt and I think Volt and I both have some of that because we went. Yeah, because it was when the limo crashed.
Mm-hmm.
Volt and I were
That's right.
walking back. Everyone else was in the limo. That's right.
That was a fun description. I'm sorry.
That was a time.
That was.
That.
What's it called again?
It's called the saving grace.
Right.
So they're called saving grace trees.
Got it. Gotta write this down.
And they're like little like vials.
They're very rare in Sacral, but they're very open within the area of the Green District and higher districts you go up. It's like a natural healing preserve that they have.
It was saving grace.
What?
Saving grace?
Saving grace.
Yeah, that's what the name of the plan is.
Okay.
As this is going on, could someone make me an insight check?
I'll do it.
I don't like that. Ah, that bounced.
Ooh. You said insight check?
Yeah.
Insight or that would be sense people. Sense
Yeah.
people.
Oh, sense.
Sense motive.
9.
14.
Okay. So as you guys are walking and stuff, all of a sudden just this little short figure and stuff, not like child size, but like I want to say around 5'2", kind of like walks by and one person like bumps into Nathan and is like, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go. And as you go, you kind of compose yourself, and as you go to compose yourself, making sure everything's on you realize that circuit board's missing.
Son of a bitch. What?
The kid just took the circuit board.
I spin around and try to see if I can find the kid or
You, out of the corner of your eye, for sheer luck, catch this person.
I'm booking it. I just yell,
I'm
"Follow
booking
me!" over my shoulder and just start running.
Okay.
Yep.
As you go, you notice that she's just like you can tell this is a female, you can tell this is an adult, and they're running. So we're gonna do a competitive athletics.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, God.
I rolled a 9.
Athletics.
Oh, my baby.
Oh god.
Oh.
Aha! 19 for the moi.
Okay, well
And
they rolled a
10 for me.
9. So how do you want to catch this person?
I want to. do I want to pull the first time we've met Nathan? It'd be funny as hell. Just like tackle it. No. I'm gonna run, and I'm at around the corner, and I see this person. I'm gonna just full on book it and like try to grab them by like the collar of their shirt or jacket or whatever they're wearing, and just kind of like stop them. And just hold them.
Kind of pick them up a little bit as you go, and you can see that they're still trying to run. It's like, I think oh no, I didn't lose them. Oh,
Yeah. Nice try.
Spin them around to face Nathan, still holding onto him.
You can see as you get a closer look at this person, their hair is like, you kind of like push their like hood off as you grab them and stuff. You see that their hair is like medium length, kind of long length, and it's like a tealish color. It's very light. It has silver highlights into it. You notice that her eyes, however, are just clear, as if there's like no irises, not even a circuit board to it in a way. It's just like the pupil, like the iris part around it, it's just all like a solid gray color.
Ooh.
Oh.
And she goes, she's like, I'm sorry, I just really gotta go, and I'm sorry, and she's just like apologizing over and over and over.
I'd be like, give me the circuit board that you took.
Oh, is that what I grabbed? Is that she kind of feels it a little bit, and then she just holds it out in front. She doesn't see, she can't see, to give you an idea. Like right now, you're like very blurred out for like their perception. So like she kind of puts it out, and so it's like instead of being like right in front of you, it's like over here. So she's guessing where you are.
Like I write her to face Nathan.
Where do you live? Where do you exactly stay right now? Obviously, you're lost.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, where do you stay? Why are you running?
I'm just be like, excuse me, person that's holding me, for some reason you're not blurred out, but they are. Do you know what they said? It's hard to hear them.
I
said.
What
do you mean you can't see him?
It's complicated. Just please don't send me back to Blue, please don't send me back to Blue District.
You're from Blue?
It's a long story.
Well, we have some amount of time. How long is this story?
Depends on if you're gonna turn me into the cops or something.
Well, I don't think that's necessary.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, she's gonna roll to see if she believes you.
I'm being truthful.
I'm being truthful too.
I remember you stopped someone that's not used to being a kleptomaniac.
That's right. As long as she doesn't give me a reason to turn her in, I won't.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, it's hard to explain, but have you guys ever heard of the solstice chip?
The what again?
Solstice chip.
It's called the solstice chip. It's something that my family used when I was younger. It's like parental control, if that makes sense. And so some things I'm able to see and some things I'm able to hear, but like other things I'm not able to see nor hear, and I ran away and I broke my circuit board so then I could try to see and hear a lot better, because it went to the point where I couldn't see or hear anybody. So apologizing to you tries to point, you're a little blurry right now. Like, I don't know if you see pixels or anything, or if you're from a different district, but like you're very pixelated for me right now. But I can see like the circuit board that you're holding.
So do you know what you can and can't see? Well, I mean, obviously you can't see him, but like
I can't see text like any technical person. So it's weird. The Blue District people are very paranoid. I don't know why. They just like knowing that they have control of what they see and hear. But something that I just find disturbing about it is that when my family talked about it, apparently I went lost and everything else like that, and they couldn't find me, but then they found me when I was younger. But when they were talking about trying to have this chip for me and everything else like that, they said that it was a free trial. And apparently I'm the last one that had it, from what I've heard from other people. But still, treating it like a free trial and having it be like a streaming platform you would see on the lower districts is a little disrespectful if you think about it. Basically, when it comes to certain things like scary dogs or sometimes blood, it depends, or anything, it's just blurred out or just muted, and I can't hear anything or see anything when it comes to certain individuals. but I ran away from the district and I got out and I don't want to go back.
That's it. That's completely understandable. Um,
I also might have, and she starts to mumble.
you might have what? I'm gonna try to catch it. See what she said.
Okay, roll to see if you can hear it.
Nope. That's
I'm gonna
what would that be? Perception?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Okay, you just hear, I tried to
I rolled a 19.
I tried to kill my mom.
I can hear you. Oh my god. Wait. And I immediately just started to like move, like take out the check the say it again. What's it called again?
It's the circuit board.
Thank you.
It's called the solstice chip. She's like, oh, that's the solstice board.
So that's what you took out of yourself?
That, and I also, no, not that. And she like kind of pulls out from like the back of her neck. She's like, can I grab the back? Just
Yeah, and I'll let her go.
and she kind of just like pulls up a little bit, and you can see what looks like to be like just like a little chip. And she's like, I've been trying to get this completely out, and I can't, and it hurts if I do. But
wait. Ask her, where did she get that chip exactly?
Do you remember where exactly you got that chip? My friend here wants to know.
well, I got it in the blue district, and they put me under, so I don't really know where. I was like, Dad said I was like 5 when I got it.
Did you hear the names of any doctors or people might have working on that project?
Not really. I was too young to remember anyways. And then once the whole entire program got expired, they didn't even want to bring it down to lower districts, apparently, what I overheard, because it was apparently unethical.
Well, that's
Strange.
yeah, that's
That's blue district.
I don't want to cause you any pain, but I know you want to get it out, but would you mind if I tried to help you? And if it gets too much or too painful, tell me immediately and I can stop. But that's if you want me to help.
Probably not in this area, because I don't know if I'm still being like tracked or followed or anything else like that. Because can I see the circuit board for a second? Is that she kind of goes and she pulls out the little stylus that's like barely functional and stuff. And she's like, I wonder if I still remember how to do this. And she like tries to hotwire it a little bit. As you see it start to turn on, and it makes a little like solar like house like thing going through. Just like, let me see if I can try to make it unsee you. And she's like smacking the screen a little bit. And then as she's able to,
No.
she goes and she scrolls something up. And she's like, okay, I can't see you. Maybe I can hear you.
Hello?
She like kind of like just like drops her knees and like plugs her ears and like slides it down a little bit more. Ow, 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 ow. Try again.
Is this okay? And I'll whisper. And I'll whisper.
You're fine.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk to, or I'm gonna talk to Switch and be like, what was that about? Exactly.
You're really quiet. Hold on. And she like's gonna move it a little bit more. Okay. I think I can hear you now.
Can you hear both of us or just myself?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
Well, that's good.
great.
Sorry, I think I just might have made it too loud. Now, if I could figure out how to unblur you, that would be helpful. I got mad and I threw the thing, and then I needed to find it because I couldn't see anything.
No, hold on a second. What can you see through me exactly?
Oh, wow. Okay, the one time I wanted a natural 20, I didn't get a natural 20, but now I got one. She looks around and she's like, I can't see that. And you notice that it's like a dog. like a basic pet dog that's barking off in the distance. Like, I can't see that. I can't really see that well. And she like points like to a hobo. Nothing against hobos, it's just how the world works. Just giving that FYI. And then she's like, I can kind of see bits and pieces of people. Like, I can see you perfectly and stuff, but that person over there, I can't really see much of them. It's hard to make out, but I can kind of see. Are you fully robot by any chance?
I'm a it's complicated.
Because like I can see your face now, and I can see like your arms and your legs. I just can't see like the torso part or like a lot of the facial structure because it's still blurred out. It's weird, but I'm kind of used to it because this has been my whole entire life. You can also see my history too if you want to see where I've been too. It's actually pretty cool. That part's pretty cool.
Yes.
And I reach out my hand to learn the history.
Yeah. So it's like gonna go and she's gonna take your hand and point to review. And then as it goes to review, you can see that it's her sneaking onto a train with her point of view. And stuff from Blue District. It only records to like the last 48 hours.
Yeah. Have you been can you show me if you've been anywhere else exactly besides at this moment?
Yeah, here, give me a second. And she kind of like fast forwards it a little bit more. And she's like, I was gonna go to the mall, but there's a lot of cops there. So I didn't want to go there. There was even a helicopter too.
What type of helicopter?
I honestly don't know. It was hard to see a lot of it. You can see that a lot of it's blurred out from like individuals like jumping out of the hotel to people that are like going back into the hotel.
That's not us, is it?
You would see.
It's gotta be us.
It has to be.
And when you're looking at the screen, you say "criminals wanted."
I immediately went, grab my dagger, and just like cut the thing off.
You know that's how I see, right?
I'm sorry. Freak out. You know what? I'll buy you a new one. Is that fair?
If you can make it to the Blue District, I don't even think you're going to be able to buy one because they're, this is the last one they made. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If I'm able to see things, I'm able to see things, and I can work on it. And when in doubt, I'll figure out how to fix it. I can't fix the screen though. I kind of be.
I think, I'm probably thinking that we need to go to the meeting right now because we're probably a little.
Look at the time. Bye.
Well, if you need it, I do have my number on here. So here's my number. My name's Lillian, by the way.
Ah, that makes sense.
But yeah, by this time, you guys have like 25 minutes to get to Orbis to meet Jaden.
How far is the walk from here?
It's about like a 10-minute walk, so you guys will be fine.
We're okay. We're okay. It's just
fine. Say goodbye.
I'll turn to Lillian and just kind of like crouch.
Somebody that's gonna be watching me and things like that. I'm sorry. I just really needed to find my tablet.
That's fine.
You got it.
I'll crouch down so I'm like at her eye level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of like, roughly how old is she?
Oh, clearly like 19.
Okay, so she's okay.
Oh, not bad.
No, not too young. Okay, I was thinking she was like younger.
No, she's like fresh out of like mom's house because got mad at mom type of ordeal.
Gotcha.
And basically, if you had kept looking through the pad and stuff, you would have seen how she got out and stuff, which was basically her taking the tablet and just go.
Mm.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they'll just get to her level and just be like, well, I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for. I'm not the best with tech, but if we manage to get to blue, we'll try to find something that could possibly help.
If not, that's okay. I have a friend that's gutter punk, or at least what's known as a gutter punk. I don't know what that is anyways, but I'm gonna go and probably find them. And she's like, before you can even like describe that, she's like, I'm gonna get going though, and she starts booking it.
That's fair. Bye. Okay. And they kind of stand back up and turn back to Nate, like, the hell just happened kind of look on their face.
I don't know. Apparently, I looked at their device. Apparently, it's all criminal wanted posters. It had our faces on it. So that's why I immediately went. Sleep.
It didn't do your face, Nathan. It did the rest of the party that's not here. So Copper, Volt, Jinx.
Oh
no. Okay,
well, we gotta get the meeting.
Okay. We gotta get the meeting.
Alrighty.
Let's just go to meeting.
I'm gonna just make a note of that. Yeah.
Make a note of that and send it to me later.
Yep.
Okay.
So
that's not gonna be that.
yeah, so as you guys are walking through, you're kind of like having the realization of, oh, our friends are criminals. Oh, we're actually you guys kind of like remember like, oh, we're actually like friends with the BBEG type person. Like if there was ever such thing as one, Jaden totally fitted.
Yeah.
Best boy turned into not best boy.
Oh yeah, best boy that turns out to be a demon. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Seeing that and hearing that Nate says that about the party, about the group and wanted criminals, they immediately will take their phone out and look to see if there's any more text messages from any of the group members.
You notice that like as you're trying to look at Jinx's phone contact information and stuff, you see no service offline. You go to Volt's, you see no service offline. You see Copper's is just a text message number that says red.
Yeah. Yeah, because I knew he wasn't super high tech, so that kind of helps me feel a little bit better.
There's hope. You feel there's hope knowing that at least one party member.
Yeah.
There's something.
And they just kind of take a deep breath and sigh and then pocket their phone again and just kind of like mumble under their breath just a little, like they just mumble something under their breath and kind of fiddle with their locket and yeah, and walk.
Okay, so as you guys are getting there, you're almost to the doors of Orbis and stuff like that. As you go and open the doors to everything going through, the reception lady's like, "Are you guys here to see Jaden?"
Yes. Yes, we are.
All right. Well, anyways, you can start heading up this way, and she kind of like rings a little bell and stuff, and all of a sudden, you see Abby alive and well.
What?
It's like,
hold up! What?
What? We thought she was dead.
Yes.
What?
You can make an insight check.
I'm doing it.
Check. Dang it.
What? Is it a sense motive?
You can do sense motive. You can do a perception. You can do and like use your intelligence to like look through if you need to.
I'm gonna do a sense motive because that's a better skill.
I'm going for persuasion. I don't fucking know.
You can persuade and be like, "Hey, I thought you were
What the hell happened to you?"
Hi. Yeah, I rolled
also,
a
if you're
6.
doing it like that, then you can use your persuasion.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Okay.
22 for me for sense motive.
Okay, Nathan, you are currently mentally, internally having emotional damage at the moment because you remember that way back before you ran away from the party, the last thing you guys saw of Abby was a bullet to the eye socket and her collapsing. But all of a sudden, her eye is just perfectly fine. She's breathing. She has vitals. She's alive. When it comes to Switch, you're able to see that it's just Abby. Abby's alive.
It's actually her.
It's actually her in the flesh.
I'm gonna stretch out my hands to shake her hands.
Yeah.
And as I do, I'm gonna kind of try to put my fingers here.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah.
go and you start to do that, you notice that she gives you like a good firm handshake and gives you a nice tender hug. Like, it's so good to see you. I'm happy that you guys are here.
Switch tenses, and it's like it's
And
good to see you too. Do I feel a heartbeat by chance?
Yes, you feel a heartbeat. You can feel a pulse. There's a scent to her.
Is it
Like,
warmth or
she's
is it
very
cold?
human. She is
She's
very human.
warm. Okay,
Very warm.
she's very human.
Much
Hey.
human. Much breathing. Much alive.
Nathan is just. We should. Nice seeing you again, but we should probably get going.
It's nice seeing you again too. I think the last time I saw you guys was at the meeting, so
Yeah, the meeting, yeah. I don't get questions.
What?
the
This is
metagaming,
JJ
the
freaking out. This is not
try not
Switch
to
freaking out.
metagame.
Yeah, this
description
is JJ freaking out, not
I'm
Switch.
freaking out. I'm freaking out too. But like,
Wait
yeah,
until the party watches this video, if they watch this video.
Oh my god.
They're gonna get traumatized. Anyway, yeah,
No one checked to see if there was anything wrong with Abby.
I was
Great.
I didn't see her. Switch didn't see Abby get shot. So
Yeah.
Switch doesn't know that,
Yeah.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
let's-
I forgot
He
that I
takes
was
you
not
guys
there.
to the elevator, and Nathan, while you are obviously panicking and sweating and everything else like that, it's just like a. And she kind of looks at you and she's like, "Are you okay?"
It's really hot in here, you know. It's real hot. It's hot. Like I'm trying to describe like kind of like a feeling that I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah,
I can turn on the AC here if you need to. It's not going to be a couple more floors up, but it's.
That would be great.
Looks over at Nate like, what the hell is wrong with you? You good? Kind of look to him.
As that happens
be
and
like-
stuff, she's like, "I'm gonna make sure that the AC is on for you guys in the waiting room before I go get Jaden, and then you guys can just have a nice conversation. I do know that you have to be with Victor. I was informed about that."
Myself or
Oh, Nathan, you were gonna be talking with him. If you absolutely need Victor and Nathan, though, they will be right outside the door. It's just for personal stuff that, like, even I
God.
don't know, and I know Jaden like better than anybody.
oh god, I'm alone.
As this is going through, she gives you guys like a cute little office door to just sit and wait. It's small, so it's not like a big room like the last time.
Yeah.
She just kind of closes the door, and you guys are able to talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I'm like pacing like what the fuck?
Explain. Just watching him pace.
She's I saw her die. I saw her die. Bullet straight to the head.
She's pretty much alive. She was warm and had a pulse. I checked. She had a pulse. It wasn't warm. She wasn't cold like when I hugged Victor. Are you sure you're okay? Are you sure it wasn't like a error in your programming? Sorry, is that a rude question to ask?
No, you're fine. It's just maybe I'm always just seeing things. You know what? Maybe it is my malfunction. I just goes right there, it's like a wall. I'll be like,
still pacing. As he's still pacing, like Switch like reaches out and like grabs his hand to stop him pacing.
Just froze, like staring.
Come sit down. Come sit down, and I'll kind of pull him to where they're sitting to sit next to them. So they're still holding his hand.
Okay.
He may be a little bit flushing a little bit as his cheeks are like going red right
just
now.
like not looking at Nate. So they're just kind of like I'm holding.
Yeah,
this
we're
in
just
my
like.
hand. Oh no! What am I doing?
Mm.
Very much of like.
At this
I feel like at the
point-
moment, like
Oh, you could keep
I was
describing.
gonna
if you
say,
need
like
to.
at the moment, like I feel like Nathan would hear his heartbeat like actually like pumping like real fast. Like his non-mechanical existing heart is like just beating. It's like what is happening? And yeah,
Are you guys in there? It's Victor.
Hearing that,
Yep,
switch me.
we're in here.
Let's go. Hearing me, Victor. It's kind of like the we were nothing's happening.
It's like oh shit, someone's here.
Shit, Dad, run!
He just pops the jacket. He's like, yeah, I'm cool.
You guys
Switch
gonna
like
let me in or?
Oh,
Switch is like looking
Sorry.
at the floor, just like
yeah, come on in. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
And then
Oh,
It's-
just saying Jaden's gonna be here in a couple minutes, and Nathan, I just wanted to tell you that he's on his way now, so we need to. You're gonna be okay, kid. I wanted to come here ahead of time. Tell you that I'm proud of you. Tell you that you're doing great. Also, you're like one of the first people in our group, other than me, to be, talking to this figure. So like,
that's kind of scary. Not going to lie, Baba.
oh, but that's like
It's cool. Like it's
it's
cool
gonna give the
all,
it's
but
gonna
it is
give the
very
name for
terrifying.
the group just amazing. But you got this, kid.
Do I?
I believe you do.
Fuck.
Right. Um, right.
Gives you an idea.
Um,
I don't even know what Jaden's gonna talk to you about, but like,
That's comforting. I don't don't leave. Sorry. Kind of like
it's okay. I'll be right outside the door.
Low-key they're low-key kind of panicking, and they just like sitting in their chair. They kind of like bring their knees up, and they're just kind of like sitting.
Oh, hun, and he's just gonna give you a hug, like a bear dad hug.
Does it feel like the same Victor from the diner?
Feels a lot warmer than at the diner.
What is Nathan? You can't make her. They're tense, feeling that warmth.
You can feel the heartbeat. You can feel everything. You can notice that he's not wearing like emergency padding like he usually has.
They're tense, and they clock it. They clock that he's not wearing the padding that he was wearing in the diner, and kind of like I imagine like they slowly kind of like relax a little bit, and as Victor pulls away, like
yeah,
he's like, that's not their pronouns. They quickly grab like Victor's wrist.
Yeah,
checks the pulse.
You gonna make it, kid? You feel there's a pulse. He's very much alive.
Do I see any of the extra padding?
You see it rolled up. Because like he knows that you're like someone that can be very stressed out. So he has it rolled up.
Okay.
You're gonna be okay, kid.
Right. Sorry. Sorry,
No,
Baba.
You're fine. Hey, look at me. You're gonna be okay.
It's just it's a lot. It's terrifying to be, alone with Jaden. I've only been alone with him once, and that was still very scary.
Be right behind that door. And I know Jaden would say that if you are not comfortable being alone with him, by all means, I'm not afraid to go guns blazing. I'm one of the most, popular people. You know that, kid.
Yeah, I do.
Same here. Sorry. Sorry.
I think I'd be a faster draw than that kid, no offense. He's
Wait,
gonna
what'd he
whisper that.
What'd he say?
I think I'd be a faster draw.
That makes them laugh a little bit. It's like one of the first like genuine laughs that they've had in a hot minute. Probably since they've been with this group.
Yeah. So as that goes, it's like, there's my kid. But we do need to get going now. So let's go.
Okay.
I wait till Victor leaves first, and they'll quickly rush over to Nate, kiss him on the cheek, and then rush back to their chair and just like do that thing of like shit, like facing the opposite way of shit.
As just nothing, he kisses back on the cheek and whispers, "Be careful and stay safe," and then just slips one of his daggers right next to this.
Victor don't do shit. He got it.
Okay, good. He didn't see it. Good.
Dad didn't see.
Yeah, Dad didn't see. Good, because Switch
Okay.
would have been like, "Oh no."
Oh god. I did say I slipped one of the daggers right through Switch's jacket like a slip of hand. That's okay?
Yeah, you're fine. I rolled a 2. I assumed you were gonna do that, so it's like,
Yeah.
let's roll to see if he's watching you. Oh, nope, he's not.
Natural 20.
Then yeah, that's very different than a 2.
There you go.
There you go. You just added a 0 to that 2.
There you go.
There you go. So as you go, you have something of comfort from Nathan now. You have comfort from Victor knowing that he's alive, but still in the back of your head, it's kind of twitching like, why was he cold 1 minute? Why was he hot 1 minute? Why wasn't Nathan freaking out about me being dead?
Yeah,
Like,
they're just
That's my main accent. Ooh, dead.
Mad.
Yeah, gotta go to the harbor, get some lobster. Anyways, as it's going through and stuff, you notice that one of the other doors that's there in the room and stuff, this is a very like office room and stuff, but it has 2 doors. It's like a 2-way type of thing. So Jaden comes in through the opposite doors. They're just leaving. But you have enough time to compose yourself and everything else like that.
Okay, good. But
yeah,
still,
like you have like enough time to just be like calm, cool, collective. Calm, cool, collective. Totally not anxious about talking to a demon.
Yeah, they're and they know that. They know that in the back of their mind. Because they're the only one that really knew what's going on here. And they're just kind of they're trying to talk themselves like down, trying to calm themselves down. And then immediately that goes out the window once they see Jaden come into the room. They're like,
Can I come in?
Okay, panic, but not as like outwardly panic, like internal, everything's fine type of panic.
So as Jaden comes in, he looks very well composed. He's in his usual, dressed up nice. He's got his hair nice and clean, has that chiseled jaw and like strong jawbone that kind of comes through. He's like, his posture's very, very close up. He's a businessman. We all know this. He's a businessman. He's best boy, okay?
Not best
As he goes through and stuff, he's like, it's good to see you again. I'm happy to see you again.
It's good to see you again as well.
Yeah. I wanted to put my keep my word on the agreement and stuff, and I did a little digging last night for you.
What did you find?
Well, along with my contacts within the Blue District, those that are up there tend to be quite obsessive and sometimes insecure. Because I think you've kind of gotten a notice of it coming from the Sacral District, even up to just to here and stuff. Technology kind of runs the people the higher up you go, if that makes sense. And well, so for looking at a selected few, there was Victor was able to help me out with just giving like a description about you a little bit. Not personal or anything else like that, just like features, facial features, what your natural hair might have been, because I don't know if that's your natural hair color or not that you have.
It's been so long I don't remember.
Well, Victor remembered to give you an idea. As this is going on and stuff, he goes and he pulls up what looks like to be just like a little computer tablet. He said, within the Blue District, there was a small project that was created. The project was called Project Solomon, where people were being able to, if you want to know how to spell that for notes, that is Cylaman, Solomon. Yes.
Okay. Say that again.
Cylaman. Solomon. This was for when people, if they are able to hook up their consciousness up to a simulation of sorts. For those who can no longer live in their body or in a robotic type of mindset. if that makes sense. So, used mainly for the elderly and stuff. You see that he also takes out of his pocket what looks like to be a little keychain. And as he does, he says, this is what a small receiver kind of looks like. It's more like a visual thing for like people to see their grandparents. For instance, this is my grandmother and stuff, and I'm able to see the last like my favorite moment with them when I was younger. And you see that this is like very real and everything else like that he was able to get a hold of that technology. Where is my little prototype? We're gonna use a dice instead.
Yeah, they look at it and they kind of like turn their head to the side because they don't. Tech just goes right over their heads. They're not a tech person at all. They never have been.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, and he's gonna go back to his little tablet and he's gonna like slide over and stuff. You see what looks like to be a thing of 2 rats that are laying on a table, one with a little receiver that's just like popping out a little bit on one side of their forehead, and it's very bulky, it's very like whatever, and then the other side shows the other receiver and stuff of what looks like to be a like a little like robotic animal rat instead.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are able to see the little video and stuff, he hits play and he's like, so what's going on here? Dr. Chapson, very great man, very, very prominent, brilliant scientist. What he was able to do was he was able to see that the nerves of the rat that's very close to death, we used animals, we would never use humans. Dr. Chapson would never use a human for testing. He was able to put the last of the subconsciousness before the rat died into, and you watch on the video and stuff, that robot. Last time we saw your family, they were talking with him when it came to things of that. However, we have not been able to find Dr. Chapman since he was let go allegedly after wanting to put the self-conscious into inanimate objects. We made it very clear that that would be unethical and that it's important for any form of subconscious to be up into what would be a simulation for their best life. So that if they ever wanted to talk to somebody, they were able to bring them back. Whew. That's just me saying who, not Jaden.
Yeah, you're good.
Dr. Chapman wanted to put
so like
the psyche into an inanimate object.
Yeah, like a stuffed animal, or like for instance, like if a child was to lose their parent and stuff, then that inanimate object wouldn't be able to move, but they would be able to say like selected like sounds and stuff for them, kind of like a voice box.
I thought that already happened. Am I mistaken? Like a teddy bear?
Not like a teddy bear, but like kind of like I'm gonna use this for a reference so they can kind of imagine it, kind of like an Alexa. Okay. Like an Amazon Alexa type of ordeal, where we say like so and so,
okay,
how are you doing, or anything else like that. They would have like a key set. You could tell just by the data and things like that. You can see there's little dates on the side of it if you were to look at that. This would be around the time, like about 3 years before your parents went missing.
So them talking to him was about 3 years before their supposed death.
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to at least bring this up with you ahead of time because I wanted to make sure that you were going to be okay with me either getting to know you personally or anything else like that, so then we could possibly see if they are within that simulation, if anything has been found. Another thing too is that I wouldn't, just go and try to find your information. I could clearly find your information pretty easy. No offense.
I know that's meant to be calming, but that's not really calming.
It's not, because it's the higher districts. You kind of learn more things about people, and I did find
that's fair.
Background stuff with,
yeah.
Which I mean, there's nothing too big to be concerned. You already served a lot of your stuff anyways, so not really worried about that.
Wait, say again?
Like, if you had any criminal background stuff by being like part of your gang and stuff like that, he's like assuming that you already served your thing, so you kind of quote unquote learned your lesson. You also he also thinks that you are like in the same mindset of everyone else that was within the meeting.
Oh, so he
So-
thinks I'm still blank slate. He
he
thinks I
thinks you're
don't-
he still thinks you're like blank slate to what happened and things like that.
he doesn't know that I know he's balsamic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
This
That's
demon
so
isn't
boy.
this demon isn't an all-knowing, powerful being.
good. Glad to know that they're sometimes dumb.
Yeah. Like this demon has like he's got flaws.
Good, because
God.
yeesh.
Like a bad day for him would be like a glazed donut's no longer glazed. Like his glazed donuts like that would be a bad day for him type of ordeal.
Oh my god.
Wow.
At least
okay.
for Jaden, the person.
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair.
Because
Fair.
don't you want to have like a donut that's like at least been glazed a little bit before you show the face?
That's fair.
Excuse me.
Fair.
Well, this is going on and stuff. I'm gonna jump to Nathan. Nathan, as you are hanging out with Victor and stuff, you have every right to roam the building. You do see Abby like off in the corner of your eye, kind of like near the desk, her little office desk and stuff. You're more than welcome to leave post and go and check that out if you want to, or you could stay by the door.
I
You
find
can
it
talk to
funny.
Victor.
I find it funny. It's potential partner and dad.
Oh
Alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's funny as all hell to me.
He looks at Abby like with squinting eyes, but doesn't move.
Okay.
Doesn't move.
You can make a
So-
perception check to see like if you can see anything that might be off. Like maybe she's a robot, maybe she's this, like maybe she's that.
I see nothing. I see.
You just see her. You see her daughter too playing with like what looks like to be a wobbling children's toy. Like she's happy, she's fine.
Oh.
I was told the kid was going to be raised in blue.
Ah! Okay. That's all I know. Okay. I'm just gonna play cool. Just gonna like just feel like my feet's tapping on the floor, like just like freaking out, but not like
Yeah.
knowing where Victor
Like
is
kids
actually
got
seeing.
like not a care in the world and everything else like that. The kid sees you because you beat you with a 3. She kind of goes up and she's like, "How are you doing? Do you want a toy?" "Oh, I'm sorry, I scared you."
It's okay.
Hold on. She runs to the office and then runs back. She's like, "Want a
No,
lollipop?"
no. You're fine. It's okay. I'm okay. Just start a little bit. I'm
"Mr.
okay."
Victor, do you want a lollipop?" "Ah, sure, kid." He's got a lollipop now in his mouth. Just hanging out. Is there anything you want to do or not want to do? You see Victor now just gnawing on a lollipop.
Yeah.
You're lost.
Hey.
Dude.
Hey. Victor.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question?
Shoot it.
Okay.
Thinking about dating Switch? No, I don't think so.
No. I was gonna ask. What I was gonna ask was, how did you find Switch? If I may ask. Or if that's
I need some
personal.
help.
in your eyes.
I need some help.
So, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay. Do you want me to just wing it? DM wing it?
Actually, no, I remember. So this is through Victor. Who? Basically, how after the supposed death of their parents, they started making trouble in the root districts, got messed with the wrong gang, messed with Victor's group, and instead of dealing with them, Victor decided to give this kid a chance and basically saw them as their kid. There you
So I
go.
treated like my daughter. Sorry for the lip syncing.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect.
He's just like looking at the light pop. I was like, I'm kind of protective. I say that to every guy. I shoot the shit with every guy.
Nate's been the only one.
Yeah.
You've jumped the highest.
Okay. Yeah. That's all.
All right. And we are going back to Jaden and Switch.
Oh God.
As it's going through stuff, he's talking about how the way that you'll be able, once you get to the blue district and stuff, you guys will be able to dig up more things. You'll be able to go on your own if you want to and see if you can go to this the place where they did it and everything else like that. You might have the chance to meet Dr. Chapman, but he doesn't know that to guarantee it, and so he's like, I don't promise you anything when it comes to that. But the last thing he says though is hey, but I will let you know this: if robots kind of creep you out, the blue district in Higher is known for having a lot of robots.
It's not that they creep me out per se. It's more I don't understand how they work. I'm not really a tech savvy person. That was more of never mind.
He rolled a natural 20, so he knows a little bit about it. Well, to give you an idea, what some people were able to do with the consciousness or anything else like that, sometimes if a person wasn't able to fully live up to their potential and stuff, cyborgs for things. Or in the case of a dire emergency, you might be able to, I think mech suits were going to be started to be made. Was something, it's a protocol type, but it's been so many failed attempts right now that we haven't really gotten anything. But it's pretty interesting, and also we're pretty good at making replicas of people too. We have tested that before. Take my assistant to give you an idea.
I'm sorry. What about Abby? I'm sorry. You told me that something.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Sorry, my mistake. We're able to make a copy, so if Abby needed to be with her daughter or anything else like that, then she could be for a case of an emergency. For instance, what happened earlier that time. I'm still looking for that prototype, but that prototype hasn't really come back or returned or anything else like that. We don't have anything that comes to things like recording eyesight or tracking or stuff like that yet. We haven't really gotten to that finance of anything, but it's good to have a backup so that I can keep my assistant safe and I can keep my assistant's child safe, if that makes sense. It was probably the first successful prototype that we were able to make, and it's something that Abby is very proud of to know. But we do. Oh.
Do you know anything about the solstice chip?
Okay, that's cool. Okay, I just pulled a God 20. If you don't know what that means, it means that I rolled 2 natural 20s.
The dice gods have smiled upon you.
The dice gods have smiled upon Jaden and said, yes, you must give this information. I don't know much.
Lord.
Yeah, I don't know much about this and stuff, but I do know that it was a very unethical project that was going through, that even Dr. Chapman was interested in, but at the same time decided not to. But that's how we were able to figure out how to do the conscious swap for anything else like that. And we had a lot of failed attempts when it came to rats and stuff, and we thought it'd be okay that if we were able to successfully do it with the elderly, that we could possibly help and kind of reverse it that way for protecting children. if that makes sense. Clearly, we couldn't do that, and so that whole entire thing got dropped completely, and I personally made sure that that would not be made again. Having said that, some people try to get it through different markets, but other than that, it's not really the best thing to do it. But Dr. Chapman was very good at finding a lot of rats, apparently, and bringing them to his laboratory and making things. But I do have to get going because I have another appointment. I will see you and Nathan and Victor in 2 days' time to head to the Blue District.
But real quick before you go, do I want to ask this question? I have a question I want to ask, but I don't know how to phrase it because I don't want to die. I'm not going to phrase it that way. Never mind, different question. Okay, I have 2 questions. The other question I will ask. Do you know anything about Project Lyra or Lyra?
Project what? Sorry.
Lyra, Lyra. Lyra, that's how you say it. I never know how to say that, Nick. That's how to say that.
Oh, that was the succession for making it so that transfer swaps could be done for the hospitals and getting through to properly go through and stuff. We want to try to implement it into the lower districts so then they're able to have their own sense of being able to be connected to what was lost. We want to make that jump so then it'd be really easy. But I'm really happy that Dr. Chapman was able to do his projects beforehand, because if he didn't, the last thing we want is just a lot of like rats in the Badlands and people in the Badlands not knowing what's going on. So it helped them and it helped us, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I do need to get going. But thank you for asking that question. If I find more about Project Lila, I will let you know.
Please, and if you find any other information about my parents, please
Of course.
don't hesitate to tell me.
Of course. Can you roll me a Constitution just for the heck of it?
What?
This is very serious.
Oh no, I don't like that. Okay, hang on.
I don't
You said,
like
what was
that.
Constitution, your health.
Okay, so is it a 40 just a straight con or a 42?
Just a straight con.
Ouch. Okay.
Careful.
Okay, I don't trust my dice. You know what?
Come on.
Adis has
JJ
not
got
let me down. Adis, please. Ooh, that's good. It was almost a natural 20, but it's still pretty good. 17?
Okay. So as you go and you look and you see Jaden go, you see that dark aura that's going off of his body. But you also see kind of what looks like to be, like, you see Jaden's face and stuff like that, but you know deep down in your heart that that's not Jaden. So when you go and you look at him in the face and stuff, you see that his face is completely sunken in, his eyes are just completely black and stuff. As it kind of forms out, you kind of get back to your senses and you see what looks like to be a very scared individual. And then all of a sudden you kind of rub your eyes and think like, ooh, that's not good. As his face goes back to quote unquote normal, and he's like, you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in 3 days. And walks out. And that's where we're gonna end it. So thank you to everybody who has watched this pre-recorded. If you would like to catch the main group and see what they're doing in the Badlands, then by all means, make sure you check out our show on Tuesdays. Woot woot. Remember that your adventure matters and roll for initiative. Bye-bye.